What should you, as a parent, be focused on in your effort to give your kids a great education but not go broke? Two things: finding and funding. Finding is the job of the student. Funding is the job of the parents. Let's talk about that. In terms of finding, what does a student today really need to do to find the best school for them? They need to start, believe it or not, with a career path. And most people look at me and say, come on, Beth, how is a 17 or an 18-year-old going to know what their career path is? I know a lot of 40-year-olds that don't know what they want to be when they grow up. But the fact of the matter is, an 18-year-old can absolutely know what kind of career path. There are scientific assessments out there that can make this possible, and we use them all the time. After they understand career path, their next job is to figure out what major, what field of study is going to support that career path. And once they understand the major, then, and only then, can they pick the school. Because you want to pick a school that does a particularly good job in that major. I mean, let's face it, almost every college today is going to have a business major, but that doesn't make every business program good. Then we have to identify what that student considers success criteria. What do I mean by that? For some kids, a full football stadium on a Saturday is a big part of their college experience. For other kids, being in a classroom where they can debate things with a professor because it's got a really low student to faculty ratio is a critical part of their success. So understanding what's going to make the right fit for that student becomes paramount. Finally, we've got to understand the family budget. Most people start here, and if they ever get around to any of this, they're lucky. We have to turn it upside down. Because if you don't get these right, you've got transfers, you've got changes of majors. No wonder it takes 6 years to get a 4-year degree. That's finding. Now let's talk about funding. What should parents be doing in terms of figuring out how to pay for school? Let's start with number one, EFC. Most parents have no idea what that acronym stands for. Expected Family Contribution. This is the number the Department of Education assigns your household based on a number of different variables as a minimum out-of-pocket cost that they expect you to pay. Most parents have no idea what that number is, so they don't even know where they're starting. The next thing you need to understand is what financial aid category you fall into. There are 3 categories. A Category 1 household will always qualify for need-based financial aid. A Category 2 household, sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. Category 3 household, no matter what you do, you're not going to qualify for need-based aid. Again, most parents have no idea what their EFC or their category of aid is. The third thing that you want to look at is cash flow. How much money, realistically, can you afford to redirect towards school? Have you done the stress test? If you haven't had a guided tour of how to create cash flow for college, this can be a very challenging exercise. The fourth thing we're going to look at is how to create what we call tax scholarships. And when I say that, a lot of people really don't understand what I'm talking about. A tax scholarship is nothing more than redirecting money that was leaving your bank account, headed to the IRS in the form of a tax payment, and now sending that to the school of choice, literally getting Uncle Sam to help to pay part of the cost of college. If you're a business owner, if you're a professional with a professional practice, there's a very high probability that you could create tax scholarships for school. And last but certainly not least, is filing financial aid forms. A lot of the families that we serve don't qualify for need-based aid. But the fact is, a lot of merit-based aid is handed out through the need-based door. So by filing financial aid forms, you're raising your hand and saying, hey, if you're giving away free money to smart kids, I'm interested. That's funding. But now let's transition. Let's transition to how you would solve this kind of a problem. In my world, back to the analogy of the house and back to the analogy of retirement, I said to myself, okay, Beth, your son's going to go to school in 18 years. You're trying to help clients solve this problem. Who needs to be on your team? So we've got experts who work with the student on the finding, and we've got experts that work with the parents on the funding. Certified financial planners. We've got certified assessment coaches that work with kids to figure out career path and majors. We've got folks that do nothing but help these kids get their mindset right about transitioning to college, so they're in the half that stay in school and finish in 4 years. So I adopted the philosophy that I can't know all this as a financial planner, but I need to figure out how to solve it for the families I serve. So in terms of solutions, we just put together a team that does an excellent job.
Please watch our next video to learn more strategies for a less costly and stressful college experience. Or visit collegefundingcoaches.com/info to schedule a no-obligation 30-minute phone consultation.